Hello, Amelia Harshfield here. I've got Naya in the background, my dog. So today I want to talk about a big transition that can happen for self-development, which really turns into the self-actualization shift. And it doesn't happen a ton, and it's not always easy. And it can be kind of weird to experience because you have to build up so many things to get to this point that you've put a lot of work into, like knowing who you are, having clear boundaries, setting yourself up for success, knowing how to tell people no, honoring yourself in so many different ways, and really solidifying that. And you work and work and work and work and work and work and work to get this super flawless. So where you don't have to put a lot of time thinking about it. You don't have to put a lot of time into like, how do I make myself a better person? And then you get to this point that you realize that like, that isn't necessarily the right way to go. And at the same time, you don't really know what you're stepping into next. So when people are in these shifts, like I was in this place a couple of days ago of like, I see the old way, I see kind of the new way starting to come in, and I'm not really sure which way is I want to go either way. And it's just kind of a weird place to be. So if you've ever been there, if you're there right now, if you're not sure what the hell I'm talking about, all of this is okay. I'm just saying, like, it's really nice to know that it's okay to be in these places sometimes when you're breaking out of things and you're not sure what you're stepping into yet, that this is totally okay. It's normal. You should be actually progressing along this way. So this path kind of shows you like, oh, this is a sign that I'm moving to the next level of my development in this area. So it's a good sign. It's exciting. It's kind of scary because you're like, I don't really know who I'm going to be after this, because it feels like you're letting so much stuff go that that you don't really know who you're going to be. And that can be quite scary for the introverted feeling parts of us, because that part really likes to know, this feels like me, this feels like me. And then when you start to let that go, it's like, well, I don't really know who I am right now. So sometimes these self-development shifts force you to go into that space of letting all the stuff go that you really thought that you knew who you were. And it can feel really scary and it can feel really unsafe. But at the same time, that's one way you know that you're growing. It might not happen all the time. It might not happen, but maybe 2-3 times in your life. But this shift can bring such an amazing space that as you navigate through it, and if you know how to navigate it through it correctly, you can end up on the other side where instead of going like, my way is the right way, I know this, you can move into a space of like, everything has value. And it's like, it's not like this or this, it's like both have the value. And it might feel very strange, but those thoughts will just naturally start coming into your consciousness. So that's one reason why I like the changes that I have in my development, because I don't have to force myself to think this stuff. I do work on the background, and then that allows me to start thinking these thoughts naturally. So I don't force people that I work with to think this, because a lot of people are like, just pretend like you're going to be the person you're going to be. Just put yourself into that energy, which is great if it works for some people. That never worked for me. So I had to figure out other ways to do it, which is like, I'm going to focus on other things, chopping off some of the problems. And then that way I'm going to naturally float forward and then be into the space of like, okay, I see where I'm at now. I see where I'm going. And this all feels really cool because you get to see these new thoughts just start to trickle in. And to me, it's so much fun to watch, because it's like, I wasn't planning it. I'm not forcing it. I'm not doing something that is fake. I'm not like doing something unnatural for me. It's just these new beautiful thoughts are trickling in. And that's a sign that you're really growing. to me, because so many people are like, I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing. But if their mind is still thinking the same thoughts and they're still having the same patterns, then how can they be growing? Growing means you're transforming into different things to me, different thoughts, different capabilities, different ways of reacting, being less reactive. So instead of being like this way or this way, I have the answers, I have the solutions, I have this, it's like, no, no, no. I have this. I don't know if it's right or not. I don't know if you're even interested in this, but this is just something that I have. What do you think? Do you have any solutions? So you start to soften and you stop caring so much about things. And that's the big shift. If you're familiar with spiral dynamics, this is what I look at when I see these shifts going on. There's a guy, I'm going to get technical. You don't have to know this stuff. There's a guy named Claire W. Graves who essentially studied so much data and realized that there's a pattern of change in societies, in towns, in cultures, in organizations and businesses and people as well, that if you can give them the right steps along the path, then they'll naturally step forward into the next level. There's 7 levels right now. 8th is possibly coming, but we're not quite there yet with consciousness, according to that information. So the first 6 levels are really about self-defining, and each one of them is like, this is the right way. No, this is the right way. No, this is the right way. No, this is the right way. And the 7th level breaks you out of all of that and kind of goes, all of those are right in the right situations. So they're all needed. And then that's where the softening comes. And so many people try to get there to the 7th level if they're interested in Claire Graves' work, or it's called spiral dynamics. So that's what that shift feels like. So if you want to know, am I transitioning to the 6th level, 6th to the 7th, or green to the yellow colors, because all those have different colors. The different phases have different colors. To me, that's what it feels like. And that's one reason why I wanted to record this, because for me, it's just nice to know when I'm in the situation, this is what I'm experiencing. So I have a log of it, because I'm going to move on and not quite remember what exactly this feels like and the different thoughts and whatnot that come up. So for me, this is good to know. And the other challenge is you can get to this point of, here's the old stuff, here's the new stuff. I don't know which way to go. And if you don't have the right help, you can swing back and not be able to advance, because a lot of people don't know how to kind of master this, this growth throughout the spiral. And so many people cannot move forward, even though they really want to, because it's just a new change. It's weird. It's different. It's not always fun. You have to change elements of who you are, but at the same time, it's really, it allows you to think higher thoughts and just different, not higher, like better. It's just different level of thoughts that are a bit more expansive. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with the lower ones. I'm just saying that's just the element of the spiral. So like I said, a lot of people don't know how to navigate this spiral fluidly. And if you have the wrong help, you can't advance possibly to the next level, because they don't know how to do it themselves. Me talking to the right mentor that I have about where I was at helped me feel more solid where I was, and helped me to start moving into this new area. And I see the thoughts starting to trickle in now, like, oh no, that's right. Oh no, that's right. Oh no, that's right. And then that's how I know that I'm growing. So, if you want help with navigating this, send me an email. Go to my website, ameliahartshield.com. There's a connect page. Fill that out. I can't promise growth, because so much of that is dependent on you and how much you're willing to grow and how committed you are to this and all of that work. But I do help people navigate through this, whether they're aware of it or not. And if you want if you're like, I'm ready to stop being stuck with the pattern that I am, and I'm ready to start getting into some of these transitions that come along, send me, yeah, like I said, go to my website, fill out the connect page. I'll see if you're right for my work. I don't have a ton of spaces because I'm out busy building my own stuff. But I am able to help people with what I've learned. And I'm happy to help you if you feel like or think that this might be a good path for you, because it can be exceptionally helpful for the right people. So that's it for today. And Naya and I will see you on the next video.